on some real-ish, the way they have the masses programmed with fear pumping, it's out of control. Like, it's out of control. You can't even go to the store and get your regular things that you would get on a regular day if they say it's going to rain too hard. It's gonna snow. Let's go empty the shelves because we're going to be locked in our houses forever. I'm freaking real. Crazy. And I feel like a lot of people don't even see it. Last week, y'all didn't spend enough money emptying the shelves. So, boom. Let's hit them with another storm, Trader Joe. Let's see if they empty us out again. And did. So, I didn't get my gluten-free muffins. All right. But this is not the reason for my tangent. It's the whole fear pumping thing. Like, you act like you're not going to be able to go outside ever again. If it's meant for me to die of starvation in my home after everything I've been through in life, I'm ready to meet my maker. Fuck it. Which brings me to the next part of something I desire to discuss. The way they feed off of the fear. Let's add on to this. The way they feed off of fear, off of panic. How they still continue to harvest the energy of the masses using fear tactics. 2020 wasn't enough. You know, it's something that they continue to use. The energy never dies, right? It just transforms into something else. So, with that being said, if energy never dies, it just transforms, it takes on a new shape. They continue to use the same tactics over and over again. One of them being fear, right? One of them, the biggest one being fear. So I was having a conversation earlier, and we were talking about how, the whole thing of fear. And I'm like, yeah, they feed off of fear. This is how they eat. This is how the vampires eat. The energetic vampires, this is how they eat. And there's other names for them. Right now, I'm saying energetic vampires, right? Don't get caught up in the name. Just peep the game and stop feeding that shit. So, think about scriptures, right? How they talk about fear God. The beginning of wisdom is to fear God, and understanding is to fear God. Fear the Lord. Why should I fear the one who created me, who knows when I get in this car, there's going to be times that I curse people to the pits of hell because I feel they're doing something dumb, right? I'm just using that as an example because I'm out on this road right now watching people doing dumb stuff, and since I'm talking to y'all, I can't really curse them out. So let's get into, I can't say for certain, so I'm not even going to use the phrase since the beginning of time. And I don't know what was going on since the beginning of time, but I will say this: when you get into the Bible, right, and this is not a shot at anyone's religion or beliefs, there's a lot of great principles in the Bible that I use. But when you tell me to fear my maker, right, and they use this fear to control, not only do they feed off the fear, they use it to control people. And how do we still keep falling for it? Thousands and thousands of years later, they throw different things at us. Fear God. Fear the Lord. Fear God who created you, right? Fear God who's omnipresent, omnipotent, who knows me better than I know myself. I should fear this God that I pray to. So now when I'm praying in fear, praying from a place of fear, afraid, I'm going to go to hell. One thing I never taught my youngest children, and I want to say my oldest daughter, I was never heavily into church. I had my times I went, but I wasn't raised that way, right? Nevertheless, that whole thing about being born a sinner. So you have that put on you from birth. So you telling me babies, innocent babies, born sinners, what that baby do besides cry? Since when is crying a sin? Anyway, let me get back on the topic. Let me get back on subject. It's time we stop feeding this beast, y'all. We have to stop feeding this beast. And I know it's easier said than done. It's time we start really using our minds here, okay? And the way they trick us up. And this whole fear thing that they've been pumping since the beginning of time, yo, why still buy into it? If it's a storm and it snows, okay, how long you gonna be there? Unless you live someplace, where does it snow real hard? Shoot, South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that. I don't know, Antarctica. Do you live in Antarctica? You're never gonna be able to come outside again? Stop feeding this beast of fear. They're playing in our faces. Look what they're promoting constantly. Let's go to Minneapolis real quick. I know the video got dark. I'm driving. I'm driving and I'm dark skinned. So what? And you know what? We're gonna take this darkness. We're gonna take it as it's all a part of the message that was meant to be conveyed at this time, trying to keep us in the darkness, fear, darkness, control, darkness. It's time for us to really come up out of this. Now, like I was saying, let's go to Minneapolis real quick, because you know what, I was getting certain downloads and it made me look at certain things. I looked at America, right? The astrocartography of America. America has Sag on the ascendant, right? So I did the astrocartography, and when you go to Minnesota, specifically that Minneapolis, St. Paul area, that is the Mars/Saturn line. Mars crossing Saturn, not slash. Mars crossing Saturn line for America. When you think of Mars, war, Saturn, restriction. Now, this is not the first time someone got killed in Minneapolis, and it was caught on tape. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. It's not the fourth time. The first one was, what's his name? Mr. Castile, Philandro? I'm butchering his name, but Castile, him. He got killed in front of his girlfriend and his baby by the police. They took him out. Cool. Then, that was in 2016. I want to say it was like July 6, 2016, because I just looked it up. Then we had Floyd, right? That happened in 2020. I think June of 2020, like June 9th, I want to say, of 2020, something along those lines. Now we had this woman, the protester, she offed by ICE. Okay, January, beginning of January. Now we have the guy offed by ICE, the end of January. But see, the difference is the other two that was like a big deal, they were melanated people. They were brown people. Now, these people are Caucasians, right? And so now, I want you to see this. Not that the sympathy is different or anything like that, especially on my end. You know, a life is a life, right? That's the way I see it. A life is a life. However, what I'm feeling like so strongly is like, yeah, anybody could catch this smoke. Y'all thought we would just do it to the brown people? Y'all thought just the blacks? No, anybody could catch it. Brown, black, gay, straight, Asian, Caucasian. Because when you see it on that scale, it's like even more like, oh, pump more fear. This is what we're going to show. We're going to show you footage of these people being taken out on camera. Y'all, this is moving us deeper and deeper into this age of Aquarius. It's moving us deeper and deeper into these transits that's happening right now. Neptune entering Aries, Uranus to be entering into Gemini for the next, like 8 years. These are generational shifts. Right now, Uranus, yeah, 8 years is a long time. Neptune is gonna be like, I think, 14 years. Pluto in Aquarius, 20, 21 years, something like that. These are generational shifts that's taking place. And I'm telling you, we really gotta wake up to what's going on. You know, even, yo, I can really go on and on and on about this, because when you think about the term woke, look how they took the term woke. You know how you be like, stay woke? And they turned it into something political to make it seem like it was something terrible, because too many people are truly waking up to the truth of what we've been blinded to all of this time. So now they don't want you to be woke. So they want you to associate being woke with something negative. Ain't that something? Y'all, I'm telling you. Open your eyes to what's going on. Open your eyes. You won't be able to see this because it's dark in my car. As soon as Neptune went into Aries, a sty came under my eye. I didn't think nothing of it. Well, it started forming. It's not really big now. However, it started forming. I didn't think anything of it. Another astrologer that I'm subscribed to, she was saying how she was like, yo, it's crazy. Well, she don't say yo like me, but she was saying that when Neptune went into Aries, she caught pink eye. She said she, was in her home, minding her business. She don't have small children, anything like that. However, she caught pink eye. Now, when you think about Aries, she didn't get into this. She just mentioned that. And so I began to think. I said, oh, shoot. I began developing a sty in my eye when this whole thing, as soon as Neptune went to Aries. When you think about Aries, Aries rules the head, right? Aries rules the eyes. Now, the sty, the pink eye she talked about, those things will kind of blur your vision. The sty, if it gets big enough, it's going to, kind of block what you won't be able to have your full vision. And when you think about Neptune, illusion, delusion, and what's happening here with people waking up to the truth of what's been going on, it's big, y'all. It's big. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist type person. Just listen, open up your eyes, ask your spirit team or whoever you pray to, however you pray or whatever you believe in, to open up your eyes for you to be able to see the truth, to remove the veil, remove the scales from your eyes to see the truth.